cosmic conversation that will transport you to seventh heaven.
The Light Early Show with Paul Ross.
Stimulating speech radio for those who never sleep.
On talkRadio.
And stirring, isn't it? That's the Montenegrin national anthem as we head for the first time ever on this programme to Montenegro the morning after, and it's not a big deal, but it's a good excuse to go to somewhere brand new and fascinating sounding. The morning after that England victory, although Montenegro scored first last night. Let's welcome to talkRadio Andjela Djokic. I hope I pronounced your name correctly, Andjela.
Yes.
Country manager and local expert about Montenegro and my guide Montenegro. Good morning, Andjela.
Good morning. Thank you for calling me, and I'm so happy to be at your station. And I hope that I can tell you some beautiful things about our country. And well done for the game.
Thank you very much indeed. Back at you for scoring first on that one. Now, first of all, tell us a bit about what the scenery is like in Montenegro. What kind of country is it? It used to be, I think, part of Yugoslavia. Is that right?
That's correct, yeah. I don't know how much you know about the history of Balkans, but we belong to this part of the ex-Yugoslavian republics, and Montenegro is the one that was the smallest part of the Yugoslavia, and we are the one that is also facing the Mediterranean Sea, actually the Adriatic Sea that belongs to the Mediterranean, and basically now, today, Montenegro is a modern country that tends to bring all the beautiful things that we have all the way to all the European and global countries, so they can see and visit a new part of the Mediterranean that is a totally, different, new to discover and quite affordable to travel to. So let's hope that it's going to be attractive for British people as it was until this moment as well.
Well, I must say our producer, to whom we've just spoken, John Hearn, who's also a filmmaker and film critic,
yes.
He's been there and he said it was absolutely beautiful with valleys, massive gorge, just a beautiful country. So the scenery sounds spectacular, Andjela.
Yes, correct. And I was pretty surprised when he told me that he already visited. Montenegro is beautiful because it offers many things at once. As you can imagine, of course, you can have this beautiful coast, and you can have, many things that are coast connected, like sun, sea, beaches, and beautiful, vibrant nightlife. But then again, when you compare it to the north, which is just 2 hours drive from the coastline, you get so many beautiful things like untouched nature, the canyons that are beautiful, 5 national parks. So it's really amazing. On one spot, you can see many, many things, and that is why I think it's very attractive for people who are visiting, actually.
Okay, so roughly how big is it population-wise, would you say, Andjela? Just roughly. How many people live there?
Montenegrins are a very small nation, and it's less than 1 million. So we are like something around 700,000. And it's very, very wide, and because it's multi-ethnical and multi-confessional country. So we all live really in harmony. So you can have a lot of Orthodox people here, but also Catholic and Muslim, and a lot of foreigners and expats are coming here and living here normally. So it's very good to know that the environment is quite flexible and it's acceptable. Montenegrins are very warm and kind, so it's really easy to live here. And I know a lot of expats living here, so they are quite happy with what they get. And the country is, again, saying quite affordable not only for tourists, but also for living in here. So I believe that is why it comes a new spot for expats as well for the tourists and on the Mediterranean.
And let me ask you, your English is fantastic, Andjela. What language do most Montenegrins speak?
We speak Montenegrin natively,
Okay.
it's our mother tongue. But it's almost the same language as Croatian, Serbian, and Bosnian, because it was all ex-Yugoslavia, and we all spoke Serbo-Croatian. So when the country is divided, we just accepted all of us our languages, And most of the people in the schools, they learn English first, and then they can select some other languages. We mostly do learn like French or Russian, or now even German and Spanish, and all the popular languages globally, because the country is really turning, like, we are part of the EU integrations now, so it's like joining to Europe is the goal to achieve.
Yes, just as we leave it, sadly, it sounds like, just as we leave it.
That's what I wanted to mention,
as we wave goodbye to it. Is it right that, I think, was it the capital or a city that used to be called Titograd? Is that right? Named after Marshal
correct,
Tito,
yes.
Right?
Yes, correct. Now, today, the city is called Podgorica, but then, before, in the ex-Yugoslavia, it was Titograd, because of the ruler, Tito, that was the head of the country, as you can imagine. So today, it's Podgorica, is the capital still, and it has something like 200,000 people living there, something like that.
And my producer said he had a fantastic train ride in Montenegro on was it Tito's train, Tito's Folly? Tell us about that train ride, because it goes over this incredibly deep gorge, I think, doesn't it?
That's correct. The trains are, when you compare it to what you have in England, it wouldn't be like easy to understand, because it's really old-fashioned, and you get the movie experience when you drive with by train in Montenegro. And it really goes through all the gorges and all the canyons in the north. And it's beautiful experience. It's not a super extremely fast train, or it's not something that is going to be comparable to what you have in Europe, not only the UK, but also the other countries. But here, it's most like you use it really to explore the country and use it to have these beautiful sceneries, rather than staying to be fast to get from the spot A to spot B. So it's really a nice experience, and I'm very glad that your colleague experienced that.
He loved it.
And I recommend to people who visit that get that kind of experience, because it's really unique for all the developed European countries. This would be something like they have never seen, or some kind of a touch of socialism in the modern world, So it's beautiful to experience anyway.
Okay, and for those Montenegrins who do drink, what is your favourite drink, or as we say in this country, Andjela, tipple? What do you like to drink in Montenegro?
When it comes to alcohol, we do drink a lot. So it's we love beer, We even have the production in Montenegro. It's famous to mention that we have this Nikšićko pivo. And except this beer that I mentioned, we have several other ones that are, privately small owned breweries. So that can be one of the most favorite ones. But also a lot of rakia. I don't know if you have heard about it.
Oh, raki, yes, raki.
Yes.
Yeah.
We say that about the brandy that we produce here, that is usually made of grapes or some other fruit, which is amazing experience, again, to have when you are here. And besides that, a lot of wine is also produced in Montenegro. We even have our own sort that's called vranac, and it's usually something that all the tourists, travelers, and expats like to taste, and to turn it like a tradition when you are here in Montenegro, to taste something that is from here and that's national and that all people want to or like to use.
Okay, so that's the drink. Have you got a national dish? What are the favourite foods of Montenegrins?
It's not a dish. Rather, I would say that these are some kind of traditional food that we prepare that is like following something to, for example, we have this famous prosciutto, something that is traditional for all the Mediterranean, but also in Montenegro. And that we have our own type from the village called Njeguši, that is close to the old royal capital of Cetinje. And this is something that is also that everyone should taste when they are here. But besides that, a lot of different types of cheese, olives, stuff like that, and most of the people on the coast, they prefer seafood. And in the countryside or in the continental part of the country, these are mostly the things that you can imagine, like a lot of meat, beef steaks and stuff like that.
Oh, lovely.
So it's more like international type of thing, yeah.
Andjela, thank you very much indeed. Let me ask you, finally, how can people find out more? What's the best website, would you say, to go to? Is My Guide Montenegro the best one?
Well, it's not that because I'm the part of this network, but it's really a great spot for all the travelers or people who potentially want to visit Montenegro. This is a great source of information for finding a lot of other various interesting things about where they should travel, what are things to do when they are here, what places to visit. And we really tend to keep our content fresh. So we write a lot, and I hope that all of you people interested to come here are having the opportunity to visit this www.myguidemontenegro.com to find a lot of different things to read about Montenegro and to experience something, maybe plan your trips, day trips. As your colleague said, there are so many things to see. So beautiful place to find those things is definitely our website. So thank you for this small promotion as well.
It's myguidemontenegro.com. Thank you very much indeed, Andjela Djokic there, who's a country manager and also expert, as you know, on her own country and about tourism to Montenegro. myguidemontenegro.com, and tell them Paul Rosson and John Hearn sent you on Talk Radio.
Across the UK, online and on DAB.
Talk Radio. For those about to talk, we salute you.